a minute. Wait a minute. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present. Don't plan it, don't wait for it, just let it happen. Could be a new shirt at the men's store, a catnap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good, hot, black coffee. Like this. A present. Like Christmas. Oh, man, that is the spot. Nothing like a great cup of black coffee.
Good morning and welcome to the Coffee with Chris show. It is Monday, July 27th. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone feeling? I had a fantastic birthday weekend. I was kind of, oh man, I've got some good people in my life, and y'all made me feel real special and good for my birthday. I feel great. Good morning, Boomer. Good morning, Gretchen. As usual, I can't really tell if you're watching unless you jump in the comments and say, hey. We have a great Motivation Monday topic for today. As we move through, I'm trying real hard to do a thing where I theme of the week. So we're going to try this. So good morning, Mason. 11-hour shifts. No. Good morning, Blue. It was so good to see you on Thursday, Blue. That was such a great surprise. And good morning, Seth. Thank you for the hair comment. Sarah cut my hair. It's a thing where, like, around my birthday, I cut my hair off. And it was great. It was a good time spending time with Sarah, and she got me down. She cut it all off. I was like, let it go. Let it go. So today we're going to talk about gratitude, and especially, with my mental health and all the things that are going on. And I want to start thinking outside of ourselves for a little bit. And even though gratitude is an act of like being proud of yourself, but gratitude actually opens up to seeing and feeling and understanding and celebrating other people. So good morning, Velvet. So we're gonna, at least I'm gonna try to start a gratitude practice, and I've tried. But one of the things that gets me on the hook with my mental health is having a hard time is expressing personal gratitude. Oh, I was like, it's too much light. There it is. That's better. I was like, why is it so bright in here? I had to close that window. So, what are some things that you're grateful for? What are things that you've done that you're proud? And what are with things like make you complete. I am deeply grateful for my friends. So this weekend, Thursday, we did, like, we had dinner at the club, and it was a little celebration ish. And then for my birthday on Friday, I didn't really do a whole lot. Like, my birthday, I went to my mom's house, hung out with her. But Saturday, Sydney and Amelia got together and planned an amazing, really cute, super duper duper low key birthday party for me. I had realized that I hadn't had a birthday party since I was a child. And a party that I didn't plan, that was the present for me. Is I went to an event that I didn't plan. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to make a flyer. I'm gonna tell you how much that was the best birthday present. I didn't have to make a flyer. I didn't have to organize, invite. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was show up, and that was the best present ever. So I am super grateful for my wife. I'm super grateful for Amelia and my friends, and those who really showed up. They themed it so that everybody who came had to dress like some iteration of me. So either my grill daddy, short sleeve button up situation, or they dressed as Chris J, and that was hysterical. I am really proud of everyone who did an eyebrow. Y'all understand me. And it was very cute. It was just a really great day. And thank you for the edibles. That was an amazing ride. And just being able to sit, we were at Rick's house, so we were able to be in the pool, and it was a nice day. And it was not 100 degrees outside. It was like a nice 90. Like, whatever's happening outside right now is racist. I don't know if anybody took pictures of Jeff. I hope they did. It was so good. So good. So I am very grateful for that. That is what I needed. And I needed a weekend to relax. And I was able to relax this weekend and really enjoy, my people, my birthday, the whole nine. And it was great. And that is, practicing that gratitude is helping me recognizing that. It was a fantastic time. I wish I could have had the big birthday celebration where I was able to, celebrate and invite everyone and do the whole thing. COVID really fucked that up for us. So it was just a very, very, very small little crew of people. Very, very small. Most of whom I've already been in my quarantine bubble with. So if you understand that. Dartarian, happy belated birthday. I'm sure you had a great time in Atlanta. I hope you guys stayed safe. Georgia is going a little crazy down there. So I hope you stayed safe, and I'm glad you had a great time. And, what are some things that you all who are watching are grateful for? It can be a situation. For example, I'm really grateful for my little birthday party. I'm also grateful for the ability to do this show every day. That is a huge thing I'm grateful for. It is not doing this show is not a matter of turning my phone on and doing it. I've actually been able to do this show in a way that I could only imagine, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do it. I'm just the whole idea of practicing gratitude makes me feel better. It helps understand and translate your work into something that you're not looking for other people to give you that validation. Gratitude actually gives yourself that validation. I'm definitely someone who seeks outside validation a lot. I am very much guilty of it. And practicing gratitude, I know, will help me not need that extra outside validation in order for me to appreciate the work that I've done. D'Artagnan says that he's grateful for family, extended and biological, and your amazing husband, job, health, and etc. Yes. That is like being able to validate yourself and the things that you've accomplished, and being able to give that to yourself. Well, I mean, and it really makes it easier and gives yourself space to celebrate other people. I'm grateful for my bond with you as well, D'Artagnan. You are an amazing brother. And I am super grateful for all of my, King of Pride brothers. We are absolutely a unit of a family, and I dig that. No matter how much y'all drive me crazy, Dante knows. But Dante will always be my brother. Like, he will always be that kid. He'll always be that kid for me. Boomer says having Shonda Alexander in her life, she's a national treasure, and I miss her so much. I miss Shauna too. I really do. Velvet says I am grateful for finally having a diagnosis. Yes. And I'm grateful to be able to support others in need. Absolutely. Amelia says I'm grateful for the space that I've carved out where I could be super weird in my full self. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what you did. If there's anything that you ever did, that is what you did. I want to take this week to really start looking at celebrating people who celebrate other people. So I hit up the person I wanted to have on the show tomorrow. Oh, the camera stop focusing on me. Thank you. The person I wanted to have on the show tomorrow is unavailable because she works a 9-to-5-ish kind of job. She works during the week, which is Jessica Marshall. So if any of you are a part of the Better Together Facebook group, she has done something during our quarantine that is above and beyond which I've seen any person who never needed any recognition for doing so. And I need to just give this shout out to her, because it is what I saw of this since March has been probably one of the most heroic acts of service that I have seen from a person in, I think, forever. I've never seen anybody do something like this. So she created this Facebook group. You be a part of it, and what she does is, at first it was just like little 50-50 raffles, or she was raffling off things that people were donating. It was small stuff. And then now she's gotten these like bigger leather, businesses to donate really significant. I won a $600 pair of Wesco boots, which I still need to, go and order my boots. $600 for Wesco boots. Like this is the stuff that, she was able to raffle off and raise thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for different organizations to help people during this quarantine. Like, that money went right. Like, it was just, absolutely act of heroic community activism. And I want to make sure that we're celebrating each other, and I want to celebrate those who are celebrating other people. And Jessica has never asked for any recognition for any of this. She doesn't brag about it. She doesn't none of that stuff happens. Just the fact that when she's even doing the raffles, she doesn't even show her own face through this. It's just what she's doing. Why is my camera keep losing focus? Okay. But she's doing this out of the amazing kindness out of her heart. And it is, and I am super, super duper, duper, duper grateful to know someone who has that capability. And that is, I can't, all of us who do a lot of things in community, at some point we want some recognition for it, and she just doesn't even ask for it or any way, shape, or form. And that to me is a fantastic person and the prime example of a hero. And I want us to start looking at people that we have in our lives. So I'm challenging you, and I'm looking at the computer when I say this. I'm challenging you to find people that are in your life that you know who are doing acts of heroic proportions, who does those things for you, who do things above and beyond. Celebrate those people. And let's celebrate those people, because what they're doing is their acts are celebrating other people. And I'm gonna go back into comments a little bit. Everybody's saying Jessica's amazing. She is absolutely amazing. And because of that, I want to give away one of these. I ordered a bunch of them. So if you want We Are Better Together pens, let's see, what can I do to give away this? I want you to share this video. I want you to share the Coffee with Chris Show page and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will select a random person who will get the Better Together pen that Jessica had put together for her group. So share this video, like the Coffee with Chris Show page here on Facebook, as well as subscribe to the Coffee with Chris Show on YouTube, and I will choose somebody to get this pen. So Jessica, if you ever get a chance to watch this video, thank you so much for what you do. You are a fantastic human being, and I am very grateful to just know you. Absolutely amazing. So who else are people that, are doing some really great things in your life that you are super grateful for? Or what are some things that, you're grateful in community for? I'm definitely been, through taking a side and coming back. Okay. So, a while ago on a Motivation Monday, we talked about personal values, the things that mean the most to you, the things that you fight for, the things that kind of hold center into who you are as a person. And your personal values are something that no matter how low you get, it is actually something that holds you into yourself. So some people, it would be their hobby. So if you are an artist, or if you are, I don't know, a sculptor, or whatever it is that you do. Oh, I love y'all. You're too much. Whatever it is that you do, sometimes that's the thing that helps you stay connected to yourself. It's a personal value. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's community and friends, and those things. So we all have like at least 2 to 3 personal values that we kind of hold on to no matter where we land in life. And so my wife and I have been talking about our personal values, and your mother for reading it. I'm not reading the comments for me. So Sydney and I, my mother, Sydney and I have been talking about our personal values this weekend, and one of the personal values that I have had and held on to has been community. And it is definitely when my grandparents passed when I was 25, some of my personal values fell away. Have you ever seen the movie Inside? Inside, the one about the kid that had all of the the emotions in their head. Actually, the kid is a non-binary character in Disney. Is kind of crazy, but they had all of the emotions in their head, and they had these like islands, and those are personal values. And so when my grandparents passed away, I lost some of my personal values. Inside Out, there you go. I lost some of my personal values. Like my family kind of shattered away and looked different. my safety net of like my escapism was gone, and all of these like things that happened after that, you know, after they passed away, a lot of shift happened. It took me a very long time to find my values again. I'm still like piecing them together, and one of the values that I had built up since then was community, and even that has shifted tremendously since in the last 10 years. And you know, with that shift means like there is a point where I'm just like, community is like, I am here for community. It's an unconditional love, and I will do anything for the community because the community is everything, right? That's been my mantra for a very long time until last year. And I realized that it's not the community that I am here for. It's my community that I'm here for. And my community is always going to be the people who align their values align with mine. And that doesn't mean always that community of queerness, the community of transness, the community of blackness. That is not what I mean anymore. I love my community. It's the people that I have been gravitate to, and those who gravitate to me. We all share similar values. We are all working towards the same kinds of things. We want to see the world in the same kind of a way. That is the community of people. That is my ride or die. And that is what I do this for. That is what I work for. It's my community. Finding gratitude outside of those who don't deserve it has been a big life lesson as well. Because I cannot do the work and feel grateful for and want to hustle for and work, and like I've been a glorified volunteer for the last 5 years of my life, so like I can't do this the way that I want to do this for a community of people who don't hold any value to my personal values. So, you know, my gratitude into community will always be into those who share or align with my personal values. So Griffin, I was reading your comment when I was thinking about this, when you said you miss community, and it's like you miss your community, the community. You need to change language around that. Yeah, I can't believe in a space where just because you may have, your identity may intersect with one of my intersections, one of my many intersections, does not mean that you have any idea of who I am as a person or have any capability to align yourself with my values. So you no longer get grouped into the community for me. I'm sorry, you just don't. It doesn't work like that anymore. I'm learning that harder and harder every day. Yes, Blue says you gotta feed the ones that feed you in return, the ones that do it without asking questions. Yes, because those are the ones who are going to be the ones that understand you and understand what you believe in and can feel for you. It doesn't mean that we always agree. No. Community is not full of a bunch of people who just agree with you. Aligning yourselves with the same values doesn't mean that we do the same thing. Or we believe in the same thing. Aligning yourselves with people who share similar values or people who you can actually have real conversations with. You can actually have conversations around things that you disagree with. Where you are, where you can actually use the word opinion and it doesn't mean you're an asshole. So you know what I mean? That is definitely what my community is. B says definitely having friends that have been around for years and have been instrumental for me. Yeah. Like B, like seeing you this weekend was the best. It was the best. I deeply miss you, and I'm so happy that we were able to do Deep Les and that you were able to come up and we could hang out as often as we had in the last year or so. Yes, Rick says, right, I don't want my friends to always agree. Yes, you want someone who challenges you. You want someone who helps you grow. Exactly. So I had to kick somebody to the curb on the Rick. Actually, we need to talk about this later. There's a DJ that was that did a lot of work in queer community. He's not queer. He's been doing a lot of problematic stuff online and things like that. And I never thought I was gonna be on that whole train of y'all. I will never hire you again, but I am definitely on the train. I'll never hire him again. And the argument comes back, and it happens all the time. It's not a new argument. This is not revolutionary. The argument always comes back that it's just my opinion. If your opinion is problematic, it's not an opinion. You're just an asshole and probably racist. Yeah, like that's not. Do not let people spin you on their opinion when they're being problematic. That's just a sidebar piece of advice. Being racist is not an opinion, okay? Just to let you know. I do enjoy being with friends who challenge me. I'm gonna tell you, a friend that B really does has been that person in my life for the last 5 years who would just be like, but Chris, you're being dramatic. And like, I appreciate that ability that B has had from the beginnings of our friendship to just be real with me, which is why we have been friends this whole time. The fact that we're friends after we've lived together, all of that stuff just means that this human is going to be in my life for a very long time. And that, and B has always challenged me. Rick has challenged me. A lot of you have challenged me. I try to open myself up to be challenged, but like I appreciate when someone is just like, well, let me give you another way of thinking about something. And that is something I am deeply grateful for, because one, I would not be able to communicate the things that I've learned and grown through if it wasn't for these people to tell me and teach me, one, the languages that I need to learn to help describe how I feel, what I'm experiencing, and who I am. And also, like, I wouldn't be able to like bring these like realizations and topics to you to talk about if it wasn't for somebody challenging me. When you don't accept somebody challenging you, you're either one, narcissistic, or two, you're unwilling to grow as a person. We have a lot of systems in place in the world that allows you to curate your life and be around people who will always agree with you. It's really easy to build an echo chamber. And I gotta tell you, real talk, a lot of moving out of Facebook is because I've really got an echo chamber with y'all. I love talking to you, and I love seeing that I know every single person who comments on this show. I need to get out of the echo chamber. The show can't grow if we're always talking about the things we agree with. The show can't grow if we're just always in the same spin. I can't grow if I stay in the same echo chamber. And being able to pull out of that, be around people who challenge you. I want to hear people say you're wrong. And it's going to come in ways that I'm not going to appreciate, and it might be a little offensive and maybe inappropriate. But you need that. You need the balance, because there's no way. I never trust a restaurant that has 5 stars. There's no way you're perfect. A restaurant that has 5 stars has no customers, or they're only dealing with their friends. You want to go somewhere where people have had criticisms. You want to be around people who actually have been challenged. You want to feel a part of. You want to have that ability to correct yourself and to grow and to be better, to work harder. And I appreciate you know, staying steady at about between 10 to 20 people watching this live has been a long way from when I started this 3 years ago. I only had 2 people watching this. Like, I had nobody watching the show. And some people might not feel like that's a huge thing, but I was really slow on this show because I didn't want to put myself out there. I liked being comfortable. I liked this. I like seeing everybody that I know in the comments, and I liked the echo chamber. I got very comfortable in it. And y'all gave me a lot of space to grow and to learn how to do this and to ride with me through the days that I couldn't do the show and to ride through all the technical difficulties. But, you know, sometimes it's time. You said your Cave of Wonders is 5 stars on Yelp and you never had any complaints, but you only have 1 rating and it's from yourself. You know, you can't trust anybody who has perfect scores. That's not where you ever want to land. You want to land somewhere where people have challenged them. You know, there's definitely a balance. Don't go around dealing with somebody who is challenged too much, because then it's not great. But you know what I mean. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Zach. We're talking about gratitude today, and we're talking about things that we're grateful for, and also talking about celebrating people who celebrate others. Zach is also a great person. I mean, I miss Zach's hugs. I can't wait for COVID to be not COVID anymore. Over 12. Bomar is fucked up. I'm actually really mad at you, Bomar, for coming for my mother's potato salad. I am not here for it. Do you know what I had to go through for my mom's potato salad? And yes, we all have room for improvement. We are not perfect. We are not perfect at all. That is a hard lesson for me that I'm continuing to learn. I could tell myself that, and then like 5 minutes later, I'll be mad because I'm not perfect. That's me. Welcome to my brain. Also, I love that I'm 40 now because I don't care who knows that I'm crazy. I am crazy. All right. Can you say? Okay. I'm crazy and I'm okay with it. Hi, my name is Chris and I'm crazy. The end. That is just where... I'll see. Look at that. That worked. Okay. And I'm like, I am here for trying to live 40 in the most authentic way possible. I am just going to be as much as myself all the time. And I also believe that being your authentic self always is the most radical thing you can ever do in your life. Out of all the things you will ever experience and do, the most radical thing you will ever do is to be yourself all of the time. And I always appreciate when I see somebody who's like that. I assume that they're crazy, and I appreciate that. Good morning, Tony. Blue says the older you get, the less give a fuck you have. Yeah, I'm here for that. We all is crazy. Some have papers and some don't. Some are shredded. Bomar continues to shred her papers. Oh my god, if the cats had a cat tree. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna tell you this quick story before I get out of here, because it's gonna be. I knew today might be a quick day. Here's a little story. So there's a box downstairs in our dining room. And this box has been there for at least a year. Sydney would try to say that it's only been a handful of months. It's been there for about a year. And Saturday, I finally asked her. I never asked what was in this box. I never opened it, inquired about it. It's just been sitting there. A brown, shipping box. So I looked at it on Saturday and I asked her, I said, well, what is this? What's in this? And as Sydney looks at me, she's like, I think it's a cat tree. Uh, and I'm like, we've had this cat tree. Meanwhile, the cats have like tore up everything. Like this, I cannot with these cats. Um, and they have one cat tree that they don't use. So I mean, I kind of understand. But this is cat tree. Um, I was like, they really could have used this cat tree for a year. It's still in the box, by the way. I didn't even open it yesterday. And now that we're trying to move, like now it's like, well, we could not move for 6 months, right? Like there's a whole process that's happening. And so that cat tree is just going to stay in that box until for whenever. This poor fucking cat tree. Tony, there's nothing low key about your crazy. There's nothing low key about your crazy. We all crazy. And I'm here for living in my crazy. And I'm here for exploring where that crazy actually goes. Stop trying to. So there is taking care of your mental health, right? Like trying to navigate your depressions and manias and all of the things. And then there's like an acceptance of oneself. Like these two things for me have been at play for very many years. And I don't know what's going on with, okay, it's coming through. So those two things have been at play for many years for me. And I'm trying to get to a place where I'm accepting myself, and hopefully the acceptance of oneself can help me cope with this shit. And try to find a balance so that I'm not like trying to correct the mental health stuff and losing sight of who I am. That's where I am today in my brains, is finding the balance between coming to terms and accepting oneself and just saying I'm crazy and I have depression and I have obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I have all those things. I'm doing all that. I have ADD, all of that. Got the pills here somewhere. And also like really trying to dig into like figuring out ways and working with my therapist and all those things to cope with my depression. I don't think that my lows need to be what they are anymore. I don't think that I need to do and feel and express the same ways that I have always done when I have my lows. But at the same time, I feel like my lows are always going to come. I don't think there's anything in the world that's going to correct that. I think it's always going to happen. And I think how I navigate it and cope with it and are able to like figure out ways to talk to myself and show gratitude and having all of those things is going to help those lows not be as harsh and destructive as they have been in the past. I think that's going to be the key to all this, but we'll see how it all shakes out. It says, Rick says, accepting one's self flaws and all is the hardest thing to do. As they say, learning to live with yourself is tough. Which is what I was saying through this whole like lockdown. I think one of the things that if anyone who lives by themselves or had very few people in their quarantine bubble had to experience that for themselves this past like 4 months, is like a whole new revolution of who you are as a person. There's nothing worse when you have to spend time with yourself and you're faced with who you are. And there's escapism because there's Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the real life acknowledgement of waking up and going to bed with yourself and realizing that no matter what happens in your life, I don't care what happens, where you go, who you fall in love with, who you marry or whatever, you will always go to bed with that one person, and that is yourself. And you will always have to deal with yourself. There's nobody else that is going to ride through your life other than you. And you know, that is learning to love and live with yourself is going to be the ultimate love story that you'll ever live through. It's the love with yourself. And it's going to have ups and downs. You know, you might have to meet yourself at a coffee shop one day. I don't know how this shit works. You know, I don't know how to have a proper relationship with yourself. Do you date yourself? Does anybody date themselves? Like, do you take yourself out and have like these self-care dates with yourself? That might be something to incorporate in my life. Like a proper, like, today I am going on a date with myself. Like that kind of deal. Walk down a pier. Gaze into a reflection. I feel like that might be a move. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to break up with myself for a very long time. I can't find the words. I don't know how to live without myself. Zach dates himself. That's good. I like that. You should date yourself and be grateful. Tell yourself all the things that you're grateful for, and let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate dating ourselves. Let's celebrate being grateful, and let's celebrate some people who celebrate other people. I am on the hunt to find a guest for tomorrow, but until then, I want to give away this pen, this Better Together pen. All you have to do is share this video, like the Coffee with Chris show page here on Facebook, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Coffee with Chris show. But my date party's so hard. That's real. Yeah, Mason, that's a dick move. Yes, and we're going to count our blessings and feel good about ourselves this week. So until tomorrow, do the things like, share, and follow this page. Make sure you join the Coffee with Chris show group. We have mugs. Mugs come in this week, so they start shipping next week. If you want to order a Coffee with Chris show mug, where is my mug picture? That's not it. There it is. If you want to order a Coffee with Chris show mug, please go to the Coffee with Chris show, coffeewithchrisShow.com. There it goes, scrolling down right now, coffeewithchrisShow.com to order your mug. Also, if you would like to contribute to the Coffee with Chris show, so if you want to write, if you're a photographer, if you are whatever, you want to show your videos that you're a drag performer, if you want to contribute content to the Coffee with Chris show page, please contact me. You can contact me through here on this Facebook page, Coffee with Chris, or you can send me an email, which is coffeewithchrisshow@gmail.com, and send me content. And hopefully when we get these mugs going, I'm going to get some stickers and things like that. When we start building revenue for the Coffee with Chris show, I could get my content people some money, and we can do this thing. We can build a community space where we can get paid and create content for one another and all of that. So, yeah. Order your mug. They start shipping on Monday of next week, which is also the day that I moved to YouTube. So make sure you go to YouTube, and subscribe to Coffee with Chris show. So until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fantastic Monday. It is hot outside. Please stay hydrated and be safe. Take care of yourself. I love you, and I am grateful for each and every one of you who watch this show every day. And I will see you tomorrow.